marriage is one thing that when you get wrong, the results are immediate. You don't wait to die before you see the results. We have raised successful doctors who can't marry. They are healing our body, but they can't heal their social life. We have raised successful engineers, but our social structure is breaking down. If you get marriage right, it is blessed on earth before you get to heaven. If you get marriage wrong, it is hell on earth before. If you ever go to hell, you will go to hell. Do you look out for someone that will make you happy, someone that will make you smart, someone that will make you laugh? If those are your ideas, chances are that you will do marriage and your love life will be wrong. Love is not God. That's why you cannot say, I love him so much, I don't know what to do with my life. Before you met him, what were you doing with your life? How is that you met somebody and you can't do anything about your life? God is love. Love is not God. If you get it wrong, you will wish you were never living. I humbly welcome everybody to the maiden edition of Love, Sex, and the Bible. This particular meeting is going to be one of our flagship programs on KNUST campus and also on other campuses around Ghana. It is going to be one of our major flagship meetings for our transnational reformers unit all across the nation. And when we talk about our transnational reformers meeting, we are talking about that arm of our campus ministry that we reach out to university students and tertiary students in particular, where we communicate to them God's mind for the nations and for the various courses that they are learning and God's agenda for the generation we live in and what God expects them to do. And that's what we call the KC Transnational Reformers Unit. This particular meeting, as I said, is going to be one of our cardinal meetings, not only in KNUST, but also in tertiary institutions. Now, the reason is because our generation is one that has been greatly bruised when it comes to the matter of love, sex, and marriage. In our generation, when we talk about love and we talk about sex, our ideas about love and sex have been grossly misrepresented, and the effects have been the sexualization of a generation and the fear of commitment, which plays itself out in marriages and love relationships. So from the mid 20th century coming into the 21st century, from the 1930s, 40s coming, 50s coming into the 2000s, our generation have experienced massive sexualization of our culture. So that if the average young guy or young boy thinks of marriage or thinks of love, one of the things that just comes to the mind of the person is sex. Our generation have been sexualized. So much so that, let me draw attention. For example, if right now I meet you right now, or let's say right now, I call you in front and I ask you, who is your best friend? And if you were a male and your best friend happens to be a lady, we will all begin to chuckle and laugh. Why are we laughing? I just asked, who is your best friend? And your best friend happened to be a lady. And when you said, my best friend is a lady, although you are a guy, there is an unspoken but loudly spoken assumption in our mind. How can your best friend as a guy be a lady? So that if somebody meets me on the roadside and I'm walking with a lady and I'm married, and the lady has no ring on her finger, immediately the person assumes, pastor is cheating on the wife. Something interesting happened recently. I happened to check out on something with one of my disciples who is a lady in church. So there was this man that we were supposed to go and see, and we were supposed to go and take some papers. We were working on something. So when this man entered the car and then saw my disciple sitting in the car, he has known me to be Osofo. He actually knows me to be Osofo. So when he saw this, my daughter sitting in the car, from his look that he greeted me and went to look at the lady, I realized if I don't speak, whatever this idea this man has concerning me, he will have a very distorted idea concerning me. So I just said, oh, Mr. So and so, meet my little sister. Then I mentioned the lady's name. I said, meet Mr. So and so. He's the one that is going to get the papers for us. Now, when I came home, I brought the matter up before my wife for us to talk about it and just laugh about it. But you see, that should let you know the extent at which our generation has become corrupted. You just cannot have a platonic friendship with an opposite sex. If right now I start becoming close to a lady in the school, I just begin to check up on you. You are just my lady friend. We can't just be lady friends. Why? Because the lady will begin to think, now that pastor is always coming here and checking up on me. Even your roommates will ask, hey, this pastor, why? Are you hearing me? Because we have lost that friendship. You see, that is even the reason why whenever in church, or not even in church, everywhere, for example, we want to talk about love relationships, right? But rarely will we add love to relationship. All we say is relationship talks. And once we say relationship talks, you know exactly what we are going to talk about. Why don't you think we are going to talk about how to relate with your mother and father? Is that not a relationship? But why is that when we say tonight is relationship talk, the first thing that comes to your mind is we are coming to talk about dating, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, how to date, how to marry? That is because our generation have been sexualized, and the consequence have been the emotional breakdown in our young generation and the marital and psychological issues we are facing in our generation. And so in looking at this young generation and looking at my generation, one of the things I think that if you really love this generation, we must not be silent about, and we must be able to speak about, is the matter of love, is the matter of sex. We must talk about it candidly. If we shy away from it, we are not helping this generation. We are not. Then again, on the matter of love, we have come to a generation where we have a lot of voices speaking about love. Almost everybody now is a counselor. Almost everybody now poses as some sort of authority about the matter of love and relationship. Is anything wrong with it? Yes and no. It is good that a lot of people are talking about this matter because we are not doing something right. But you know, when you approach the matter of love, you must approach it with a lot of humility. Because I've realized that in my short life, love is one subject everybody thinks they know what it is, yet we know little about it. Everybody seems to be a master in his own right concerning the matter of love. And so when everybody is talking about the matter of love, they speak with such conviction, they speak with such audacity, they speak with such boldness as if they are the authorities of love. No, that is the reason why our generation is suffering emotionally and socially. That is the reason why. Under normal circumstance, organizing these programs, basically I don't like organizing programs outside my church. I'm now learning. Under normal circumstance, I would have organized such a meeting in church. But why did we decide no? Let's take this meeting outside church and let's reach out to people on their campuses, young people on their campuses. It is because of what I realized during my first degree course here in KNUST. When I came here to do my first degree course, one of the phrases I kept hearing during matriculation and also some of the orientations we had as science, one of the things I kept hearing from my lecturers is, it goes something like this. I'm not quoting the verbatim, but it goes something like this. You know, you have come to the university, you are grown. Here, we are not going to tell you what to do. At least you know what is right. That is one thing I kept hearing within the 4 years that I came to stay here. All my lecturers, when they come, even our department heads, when we are talking, they'll go something like, Charlie, you people, you are grown. Oh. Nobody's going to teach you what to do left and right. You are matured. So this place, nobody's going to tell you what to do. It got me worried. Why? If we are all matured and we know what to do and nobody should tell us what to do, then why are we here in the first place? Why do we need lecturers? No, what are the lecturers teaching us if we are matured and we know what to do? If we are matured, for which reason when it comes to the matters of love and students' relationship, we cannot talk about it. A lecturer cannot give us his wise counsel or her wise counsel. For that one, he leaves it to our own judgment, because to her or to him, we are grown. Then what is the lecturer doing? Because if we are grown and the assumption is that we know, then why are you teaching us? But you see, the assumption is that when it comes to the matters of love and relationship, you are grown enough to know what to do. But when it comes to the job market, which many of you, the courses you are learning, for which the lecturers are teaching you, you will not go the pathway or the career path of those things the lecturers are teaching you for the job market. For that one, they think you don't know. So you must come to lecture for us to teach you, so that we prepare you for the job market. A job market in that particular department, about 50% of the students in that class will never pursue. We deem it so important to teach them. Yet 80 to 90% of those students are going to complete school and they are going to become husbands and wives, potential fathers and mothers. Yet on that particular matter, we know with certainty that we will have about 80 to 90% of people either marrying, and if even they don't marry, they will get somebody pregnant or they will have a child with somebody. We say nothing about it, because that one, we think you are matured, you are grown, you know what to do, you know what is right. It got me worried. I said, if something that is as important as love and marriage, our universities and our professors and our lecturers are not talking about it, is it any wonder we have raised successful engineers, but our social structure is breaking down? We have raised successful accountants, but their marriages are not working. We have raised successful doctors who can't marry. They are healing our body, but they can't heal their social life. They are giving us drugs to cure ailments in our body, but they don't have the tools to deal with their emotional and love lives and emotional challenges. Is it not the reason why we are facing that? Now, somebody may be thinking, but the university cannot teach everything. I understand perfectly. The university cannot teach everything. But if you cannot teach everything, don't pass a silent, passive message that says, especially in our social sciences, love is chemistry. Although you are not teaching and talking about love and relationship, yet inversely you are telling us that love is chemistry. Love is a feeling. When you meet somebody and the heart connects, it is love. So if we make people think that love is attraction, then where is our future? That's the reason why today you are in love, tomorrow you are not in love. You are in love today, tomorrow you are out of love. Many years ago on a podcast on this campus here, I heard some young people discuss on the matters of love. And the one who is hosting the podcast said, so can you love somebody and then now the love is no longer there? Then the other panelist said, the guy said, yes, because you can be in love and fall out of love. I said, my God. I started thinking, which people are listening like I'm also listening? Which people are listening like I'm also listening? That's how come we decided we want to come to the campuses, and on the matter of love and sex and relationship, we want to give you the spiritual, philosophical and psychological tools so that you can know what love is. You not only know what love is, you will know what true love is, so that you can make the right choices concerning the matters of your love life. And if possible, we can become the new generation of young men and women that become the model fathers and mothers of this generation. Because if something doesn't change in our generation concerning the matter of love, we are not headed right. Marriage is one thing that when you get wrong, the results are immediate. You don't wait to die before you see the results. You will experience the impact of it right when you are alive. If you get marriage right, it is blessed on earth before you get to heaven. If you get marriage wrong, it is hell on earth before. If you ever go to hell, you will go to hell. But if you go to heaven, it will be hell before heaven. If you are healthy in the matters of love, it is very easy to measure it. Very easy to measure it. Do you fear commitment? What about trust? What do you look out for before you accept a proposal? Do you look out for someone that will make you happy, someone that will make you smart, someone that will make you laugh? If those are your ideas, chances are that you will do marriage and you will love long. Your love life will be wrong, because for you are looking for someone that will make you happy. This other person is also looking for someone that will make me happy. So two people who are looking for people that will make them happy, who are not willing to make anybody happy in their life, they have met. What will happen? I want someone that will make me happy. You want someone that will make you happy. We have met. Who happy? This is the reason why you are frustrated with that guy you have started dating. If he doesn't even call you one day, you are angry. You want to throw a tantrum. Because the question is, okay, you want him to call you, fine. But that he has come into your mind, why don't you also decide, I will call? You have now taken a position waiting for him to fail. Then you call 9 p.m. in the evening and say, Augustine, what time is this? What time is this? Then you begin to put on an attitude. Listen, most of you don't even know why you act the way you act. Then you put on an attitude. Why have you put on that attitude? You are waiting until Augustine comes and say, please, I'm sorry, forgive me. Now, no, it is not I am sorry you are looking for. You are looking for Augustine to make you happy. And because Augustine doesn't even know what love looks like, he thinks what you are doing is actually love, and what he's actually doing is also love. Only for it to grow, if it succeeds in marriage, 10, 5, 10, 15 years into the marriage, the man begins to say, why do you demand so much from me like that? But you forgot that when you were 20, 22, 18 years, that thing that she's doing now, you are angry, was the exact thing she was doing. You didn't know you were going to reap from it. We have a generation of people that have no idea what love is. Why? Because we have heard from our fathers, we have heard from our mothers, we have heard from our lecturers, we have heard from our peers. Even movies is now mentoring us concerning love. The one person we are supposed to listen to, we don't want to listen to him. We don't want to. Since you started going to school, you have bought mathematics textbooks, you have bought physics textbooks, you bought accounting textbooks, yet you have never bought a Bible to study what the Bible says about love. How do you think you are going to get it right? Then when you are now 23, 25 years old, you want to marry, you are now praying, God, show me your will. What will? Now, when the will of God comes, how will you even know it is the will of God? When that will of God comes, now that you don't even have any idea what the will of God is, how do you even know this is God's will? We will marry. Possibly, I hope so. We will give birth. We will raise children. What is love? What is it? What is love? According to the Bible, love is not first a hot. So the first subtopic I'm dealing with is what is love? According to the Bible, please forgive me if I am talking calmly and I'm not trying to wake your emotions. Because listen, this matter that we are talking about, if you get it right, your life will be blessed. If you get it wrong, you will wish you were never living. All your life, you will go through life with this pain and misery and frustration in your life because you got love wrong. All human emotions must end in love. That's why love is such a powerful thing like that. We must understand what it is. Now, this matter is not a matter I got into it intentionally. It is a matter that I got into it circumstantially. How do I say it? Situationally. Yes, I have been reading my Bible, praying concerning my marriage and everything. I had not consciously sat down to study the matter of love because of some reason. Because in my mind, one of the main reasons was in my mind, I felt people that talk about love were not spiritual. If you really want to see angels and cast out devils, what is that about love and sex and relationship and marriage? So now God said, sit down, begin the church. And one of the first things that hit me when God said, sit down, begin the church, was that, I'm going to be counseling the people that will be following me their marriages. So that is what I now decided to systematically sit down to study the matter of love and relationship. And the things that I found convicted me so much. It's like when God was teaching me on laziness, I was shocked that I was a very lazy person. Then God started teaching me on foolishness. I realized that actually I'm a fool. Then it came to love. I realized, no, I don't understand it at all. What I discovered was that for us to know what love is, we must first discover the who of love first. Until you know who is love, you will not be able to define what love is. Because love is not primarily something. Love is first and foremost somebody. If you listen to the song my wife sang, it says, before you say I do, before you say I love you, make sure you have experienced his love. And he says, who is that he's talking about? He says, for God is love. According to the Bible, love is first a person, not something. Love is first what? A person or somebody, not something. The heart of love has to do with that principle that is called love. The who of love has to do with the being, the person or the personality of love. So according to the Bible, for us to know what love is, we must first know who love is. And who is love according to the Bible? 1 John chapter 4 verse 8 and 16. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. Verse 16. And we have known and believed the love that God hath to us. God is love. So according to this scripture, God is the person of love. Somebody will say, but we know God is love. What does it mean? That's the reason why I said I didn't understand love until God started opening my eyes. And I want to help you to understand something. Nyame yodo, we will say it in Chi. God is love, we will say it in English. We have so said it that many of us are not even paying attention to what we are saying. Many of you, when you hear God is love, what indirectly you think is love is God. God is love. Love is not God. They are not the same. God is love. Love is not God. I go right again. God is love. Love is not God. What it means is that for us to define love, we must reference God. It is God that gives definition to love. It is not love that gives definition to God. I go right again. For you to understand true love and for what it is, you must first know God and what he has to say. Knowledge of God and what he has to say is what reveals love, because it is God that is love. It is not love that is God. So that in your quest to find true love, if you begin wanting true love by seeking for love, you will miss it, because you don't know who love is. So you must begin your quest for true love knowing God, because what God is what love is. But when you bring love in front of God, you will miss it, because love is not God. Some time ago, there is this meme that was flying around. Love is love. That's say, if I love you, I love you. I can love anybody, anything. It is my love, I love. You see, when you live your life thinking love is love, this is the reason why we have certain movies that paints this picture. There is a married couple who are married. Then as the movie is going on, you see that a certain young guy will come into the movie. And the young girl now begins to get attracted to this guy, although married, and you are watching the movie. Then by the time the movie ends, this woman has left the marriage and have joined to this guy because they are soulmates. Because they love each other, they couldn't do anything about it. It's just that by some mistake, they first married. But she now realized that this is not my true soulmate I'm supposed to marry. So this one that is coming now is my soulmate, so I must leave my husband and marry her. And by the time the movie ends, you are like, oh, such a beautiful love. What you don't know is that they have misinterpreted love. Because if God is love, then your feeling of love in your heart does not determine how you respond to that feeling. I go right again. If love is God, then love controls my life, irrespective of what God is saying. But if God is love and I feel a certain love in my heart, the one who should determine how I express that love is not love, it's God. So that if you feel like loving your sister and having sex with her, because love is not God, but rather God is love, God says you cannot love your sister like that. Let's take it a step further. Then because God is love and you are already married, if you start feeling the feelings of love in your heart towards another person that is not your husband or wife, God says you cannot love that person like the love you want to use to love him or her. Let's take it a step further. Because God is love, and on campus you tell a girl, I love you, I want to marry you. You cannot have another girl again, and you are trying whether both of them which will work. No, God doesn't define love like that. So that at a point in your life, you can't be dating 2-3 men at the same time, thinking who is Mr. Right. At every point in time, if it is love we are looking at, if it is true love we are looking at, then it should be one woman, one man. The one who is defining that is not culture. The one who is defining that is not somebody. The one who is defining love's expression in that light is God. God is love. Love is not God. That's why you cannot say, I love him so much, I don't know what to do with my life. You are having psychological issues. I'm not trying to insult anybody. I mean it. Before you met him, what were you doing with your life? How is that you met somebody and you can't do anything about your life? Something is wrong with you. Listen, it's just at times because of romanticism. That's why we can now write some words like, you are the air I breathe. But you and me know that she's not. You and me know that no, she is not the air you breathe. You are lying. So the first thing I realized about the matter of love is that God is love. Now, if God is love, it has implication.